Hey guys, Veyr's back today, and what I have to say is that after yesterday, I was just so depressed and hopeless about AQ Worlds that I didn't even want to play it anymore today. I don't even want to play AQ Worlds today. It's just so depressing. Just the absolute garbage they put in their release. I don't even want to play the game today. So I'm not going to. I'll just keep this. I'll just do character page ratings today. And hello, Fluffy, welcome. AQ Worlds is so depressing. Alright, let's begin then. Keep this on a slightly less depressing. Hello, Big Yakti. AQ Worlds. Hello, Zinkins. I don't even want to play AQ Worlds today, you see. Yesterday just made me so depressed. I couldn't take it anymore. I didn't want to play AQ Worlds anymore. I love AQ Worlds. I want to be able to play it. I want to love it, but I can't right now because what they did yesterday was just so wrong. So wrong. I mean, oh my goddess. Alright, let's just get back into my normal shrub stuff. Let's just rate some character pages and then I'm gonna get out of here. Because I want to go watch anime. Anime at least isn't as bad as AQ Worlds. Why the heck do I have so many drop frames? I have 700 drop frames. What the heck? Oh, no frickin' way. What in the world is going on? Sorry for the temporary stream derp. I had to cut it for a moment so I could see if it would stop dropping frames. It's still dropping frames like crazy. Hello! Hello, Brett, and hello, Jaden Slayer. What the heck? I don't know why it's dropping frames. The character page rating? Down below, there's a Google form. If you fill out that form, put your link to your character page, I'll start rating things. Hello, Gragus, welcome. I don't even want to play AQ Worlds today because what they did yesterday was just so depressing and just so wrong. They've never done this. I feel betrayed, okay? They've never done something like this to us before, and I really hope they never ever do it again. They can't even ever consider doing this again. I know it's been really bad, but it's really bad now. Alright, I'm gonna give up on that rant, and let's just start rating some character pages. So, about the flow of this armor, I have to give the flow a 80, because it is quite good. The colors are almost pristine, it's missing on the helmet, so I'll give it a 75. The rest of it matches perfectly. Creativity, it's pretty good, actually, I have not seen. Yeah, I know, right, Jaden? It's oh my goddess. Just so bad. So bad. Creativity, I rather like this one, although it's a little bit on the bland side. I think I'll give it a 70 for that. Does Veyr like it? Veyr does very much like it. He's going to rate an 85 on the like. The gut states 75. Alright, and here we have another submission. Hello, Stefan. Brilliant. I was also really excited for new hair shop, actually. But, you know, the thing is that the good hair that I like is male. Unfortunately, I have a female character, so I can't wear that. Hello, Jude. I guess you can go subscribe to Fight Night. He would be very happy. Okay, let's see. Another one from Civilization. I give this one... The flow is a little funky. It looks like a caster, but also wearing a top hat like a magician. The flow is really funky on this one. I can't give it more than a 60. As for the colors are pretty well done. Admittedly, it's fully color custom, what he's doing here. You know, but again, the colors aren't perfect either at the same time, even though I know it's color custom. Hello, Nathan, welcome. I know I can't expect them to have a 100% amazing update. But they've been doing crummy updates for 2 months, and yesterday's was the absolute worst. They didn't even put new items in it. They put like 5 new items in it, and the rest of it was literally items that already existed in the game. They didn't even give half a cent of effort into that. They literally just, oh, copy paste. How long does it take you to copy paste an item? 30 seconds! 2 seconds! I'm gonna stop yelling. So the colors, I shall give this one, I think we'll give this one a 75 on colors. Creativity, I've never seen most of these things together before, so I'm going to have to give high points on creativity just because I've never seen it before. Do I like it? I personally don't like it that much. It's, you know, that's why I have this as only 10%. It just doesn't really match too well. I'll give it a 65 here. The gut says 70s should be fine. How do you link your character page instead of sending the link? So what you're going to do is you want to take a screenshot of your character page, and then what you do is you upload it to a site like Imgur, and then I can go and see that. Hello, Jude. I really hope they are working hard on Dage's birthday. I really, really hope. On the phone. I don't know how to do it on the phone, actually, Zinkins. Redoing the Queen Saga? I hope so, I hope so. I hope they're doing stuff right, but I'm very disappointed. I can't even play AQW World today because I'm so disappointed in them. Alright, Trum. This one is... Hello, Pelvitor. So this one, the flow, that hat, and that staff is really off. Really, really off, I've got to say. I can't give it more than a 50 on flow. The colors, the hat really doesn't match either. The staff, I guess the staff matches reasonably. 75 on that. The creativity, I'm going to give it very high marks. I really love the creativity of this. And personally, even though there's a lot of issues, I really like it myself, and the gut gives it a solid 80. Next up, this one. Hey, General Deadly, welcome. Let's zoom in a little bit so I can see this. No worries, guys. No worries about leaving early. I'm not even going to play AQW Worlds today because I'm just too depressed about what they did yesterday. Why are there so many drop frames? Frickin' turd cakes. I don't know why there are so many drop frames. Who knows? Alright, this. Wow. That's pretty impressive. I'm going to just start off with that. The flow is really beautiful. I really love the way this flow works. It is absolutely pristine. Colors, I'm going to have to say, that sword does not match. I know it's supposed to give a little bit of flair, which is why I'm not going to rate it the full 75% drop, but also the hat kind of doesn't match well too. I'm going to say 72.5 overall, not 8. 73, close enough. As for the creativity, I've never seen anything like this. I can't do anything but give it a 95 on that. If you want a full 100 on creativity, you have to make me go, wow, my goddess. And I really like this one as well. 90 here. The gut says that 85 is probably solid. That's very, very well done, my friend. Next up, we have this one. So I can look at the flow of this and I can go, that cape doesn't really match the armor. And the fact that, well, the helm doesn't do bad, but the helm is, the colors are a little bit off. So I'm going to give it a 70 on flow. It's not too terrible, but it's reasonable. How do you show me yours? Wow, flipping those pronouns are such a pain. Put it in the form below. We have a form down below in the description, and you too can put your thing in the form. Also, do remember to read the description. Hello, Munib, welcome. The colors on this, like I said a second ago, the helm doesn't really match perfectly, and honestly, the cape doesn't do that either. I'll give it a 65 here. Creativity? Sure, I haven't seen it before at all, but I also feel like it might be something. I've seen similar things. I'll give it a 78. Do I like it? A reasonable amount, but not as much as the previous one. The gut says give it a 65, not 665. Oh my goddess. Alright, take care, Pelvitor. We'll see you another time. Go easy on you? Sure. I don't know which one is you, but yeah. Alright, next up we have Rennie. Let's see. Whoa, all that crazy flashy stuff. The flow, though, the flow is really bad with this one. The flow is, unfortunately, not that great at all. I can't give more than 40 on flow. I almost gave 35 there. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that, General Deli, but I know. Okay, if you submit one, sure thing. If you do submit one, yes. The colors on this one, it's all color custom, yet at the same time, the colors really can't match too well here. Sorry. Creativity on this. I feel like a very similar thing has been done thus far with this one. So I like it. I can't say. The gut tells me to give it a little higher rating because it was very artfully color matched. But the gut can't give that high of a rating. Alright, that won't work. Here we go. Here's a link. You are here every day, Stefan. But I don't know if I'll be modding everybody. We have a pretty good amount of mods right now. Well, I'll consider more mods in the future if we need more mods, but it doesn't look like we need more mods right now with our very excellent existing mods. You can't put the link in Imgur. Oh. Hello, Jashawn. Welcome. Alright, here, for the flow, it's not bad. It's not amazing either. 65 here. The colors are very well done, I have to say. Admittedly, there is no cape, so I can only give an 80 where I would have given 85 for a cape. As for creativity, I can't give a high score on this one because I feel like I've seen virtually this exact same thing over and over again. I see Nation Soul Steel, Legion Soul Steel, whatever those are, over and over again. Do I like this armor? Reasonably so. Maybe I'll give it a little higher than that. The gut tells me give it a 50 there. Next up. Oh, I consider everybody. Hello, Moet. Aren't you MTK, aren't you? Hello, Jay. Did I click the wrong box? Did I click the wrong box? No, I think I clicked the right box. Why would I click the wrong box? I'm Veyr. AQ World Star-Lord? Okay, 116. There's your name. Alright, here I'm going to come and see this. I'm just going to say that those wings don't match the rest of the armor. For that, I'm going to deduct the 35%. The colors? Sure, they're fine. The creativity, Blood Summoner, and Wings of the Chosen. I see those so often, along with those Dark Flaming Fists. I can't give a very high mark on creativity here. Do I like it? Well, they very much hope me like it, Jude. Star-Lord, you have to submit it into the forum below. I will not look at your character page otherwise. And as for the gut gives it a 60 as well. Alright. Ah, stupidity. Ah, more stupidity. Good job, Veyr. Misclicking like a Veyr. The whole stream, the reason why I do not want to play any AQ Worlds right now is because what they did yesterday just was horrendous. I feel betrayed because I've supported them through all these years and they give us an event that they literally just put items that already existed and call them new. They're not, okay? Read the directions in the guidelines document. You will find out. Yeah, horrible and horrendous is actually a word. You can search that up. But yeah, I just feel, yeah, it just made me too mad. I can't play AQ Worlds today. I just can't. I can't stand it. So as for here, the flow is much better than previously. I'm going to rate you much better on flow this time. Alright, and here we have our colors. The colors match pretty solidly. I'll give it a 75. Creativity though, Blood Summoner again. I see that endlessly along with Crystal Phoenix Blade. I can't give a very high rating. I have not seen that Affinity Shield cape in a while though. Congratulations, Nathan. And yes, monthly releases. Yeah, just please. Alright. Backstabber Mike. Yeah. Backstabber indeed. Link to picture. I'll consider General Deadly. I'm Veyr, you know? You never know what I do. Veyr likey. A reasonable amount here. The gut says same. And we'll scroll down. His dad. Alright. It's his dad. Alright. At least that's a little bit new. So the flow of this. I feel like that axe really stands out. That armor looks like a more slim, elegant type of armor build. And that axe just pops out like a sore potato. Sore potato? Sure. The colors. The armor reasonably matches the hat. However, the place where it dyes the axe, it's just the wrong shade of red here. Totally, totally wrong. So, I'm going to give it a 55 of that. Admittedly, it is reasonably creative. So yes, I'll give some ratings here. And X's Soul. Let's take a peek at this one. Have I seen Nilgath's birthday? Of course. And yes, the armors have sucked recently. Everyone knows they focus on AQ3D too much. Chat show up in AQ Worlds. Yeah, I know. Character page and mobile. Tweet it to me? You could tweet it to me if you want. I have my Tweeter link in the description. Twit. Yeah, I'm a twit. Okay, so the flow of this one. I really feel like I've seen this exact build before. In fact, I think I saw this exact build before. Anyhow, the flow of that cape, that wings just stands out too much. The flow, I can't rate it very high. You know, I'll give it a 45. The colors, reasonable. Not epic, but reasonable. Reasonable shading, reasonable gradients we have going. So I'll give it a 60 here. Creativity, I feel like I've seen this exact build before. Very, very exact. Do I like it? Somewhat. The gut says 60 again there. That's very awkward to look at. I can barely see it, but sure. I'll make my attempt. It took me 1 year to get the house? Yeah, it did, because I'm lazy. Alright, so I'll make my attempt in squinting very well and trying to see this. Hello, Skylar. Welcome. Ahola. Yep, Alola. The flow of this armor, pretty well done. Admittedly, that sword is a little funky. Not sure exactly how it's wound up like that, but okay. The colors are very well done. The creativity, sure, is reasonably creative. I've not seen anything exactly similar to it. Do I like it? It doesn't perfectly suit my tastes, personally. The gut says 70 here. Okay. I should make this a rule. Don't put 2 links in the same spot, please. Let me go change that real quick. Please don't put 2 links in the same spot because I can only rate 1 character page per line. So in that case... Oh, this is the wrong drive, isn't it? Alright. Konnichiwa to you as well, Skylar. Alright, wonderful. Any more complaints of Veyr? Maybe. We'll find out. Alright, that's updated. So, I can't grade that, I'm sorry. Please don't do that, because I can't do it. I can't grade anything if you do it that way. You submitted? Alright. Then you'll be on the next list. Oh, Star-Lord. You're supposed to submit a link. Alright, this one. Wow. Flows of interest. Definitely of interest. Solid 75 there. Colors are imperfect, but also not really bad at all. I'll give it a 77 here. Creativity. I have not seen this at all before. So I'm going to give a solid 95 there. As for how much I like it, it is not my style personally. I should probably reduce this because my Veyr likey is just too much bias, too much bias. So, and as for the gut gives a 70. All right. Do I remember from my last stream? Maybe. Armor clothes set. It's up to you. Okay, that's a little hard to see, but it'll work. It'll work. So we have the flow of the set. It's not bad at all. Imperfect, but not bad at all. The colors, okay, this is where I'm going to have to complain because the hat does not match the armor, does not match the globe, and the cape is non-existent here. It's hidden. So I'm going to have to take a big hunk off for colors. I don't think, you know, nothing matches here, so I think colors I'm going to have to give a very low rating here. Creativity, it's reasonably creative. I haven't seen it before, but we have that Nation Soul Stealer, which I see infinite times. 95? Yeah, but if you go to the very end, this is the final rating. The final rating is what you guys should be looking at. So, creativity, I can't give a very high rating because I see Nation Soul Stealer endlessly. However, I do not see Dage Snow Globe, so that recovers a little. Not Dage Snow Globe, but the Galactic Naval Top Hats. Do I like it? Unfortunately, not as much as I would like to. Gut says I should give you a 60 there. What is this? Yeah, Nation Soul Stealer, Legion Soul Stealer. We got another one going here. Look, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a nice armor, but I can't give you a high rating on creativity because I see it infinitely. How do you enter this? There's a link in the description below. What the pudding? Okay, that's not appropriate. Do not put this in any of your pictures, please. I cannot rate that for that reason. I'm not Jewish, but I think that is very inappropriate for a game that is for first graders and second graders. Alright? Very inappropriate. Do not ever do anything like it. If it's not appropriate for a first grader, don't do it. Here, we have another one. Very unique. I have not seen it before. Admittedly, the flow isn't amazing. The flow is not too great here. 65 here. The colors, the sword is off, so I'll give it a 75. The rest of it's pretty solid. As for creativity, I can't help but give it full marks on that one because I have not seen basically any of these things before. That just gives me a mass amount of creativity. I have to give that really high marks. However, I don't like it too much, and my gut only says this much. So yes. Can we attach links, please? Thank you. We want links. Links make my life easier. I'll get to you. You're down there, Star-Lord. You didn't submit a link. Unless you're on mobile. If you're on mobile, maybe I'll check it out anyway. Alright. Diamond Zader. Very interesting. The flow is actually quite well done. Quite well done. I'll give it an 85 on here. The colors are very close. Very, very close. Here's where it fails. The sword is just the slightest darker shade of red. But for that, I can only take off a very minor amount. Solid 10% there. Creativity. Doomblade Destruction and Void Hylar Armor are almost always matched together. So I can't give a very high creativity point for that. But as for the rest of the set, I think that it is reasonably creative. So I think we can give a 70 here. Do I like it? Sure. 75 here. The gut tells me a 65 on this scale. I am doing well, thank you. Config? Well, put your thing in the AQ World's, what do you call it? I have a Google form in the description. Enter your character page in that description. Don't forget to read the guidelines, or I will not rate. Alright, here. Okay, wow. Hello, Snorlax. Hello, Skylar. I'll get to you if you're on the list. If you're on the list, I'll get to you eventually. Well, well, well. Well, very well. Very, very well. I have to say, it does make me laugh. Okay, I'll rate the duck. I'll rate the duck. I can do it. I'm going to rate the duck. So the flow of the duck is really terrible. It's not even solid colors. I'm gonna give it a 0. But the color of the duck, it looks like a duck. The coloration of the duck is pretty accurate. I'm going to give it a 90. As for creativity, it is very creative. It is very, very creative. Very creative. Do I like it? I think it's hilarious. But the gut says that the duck should not get a high score. It's very creative. It's very creative. And I very much like it. My gut disagrees. Alright, let's zoom in a little bit. Maybe one more bit. It's Rod HD. You got to... Oh, please don't send it in my Twitter. It's optimal if you put it in the form. In fact, because I don't check Twitter much at all. Manib? Alright. I will count for you, Manib. It is very good deck. Very good deck. Okay, the gut will raise the points a little bit. See, there you go. Higher points. I make you happy. I make me happy. Alright. Here we go. So, I just saw an Infinity Shield cape. And, okay. Let's go for the flow first. The flow is pretty solid, although it's a little funny to see a caster class with katanas. So, yeah. The colors? Pretty close, but I think it needs to be more galactic. Because you have a galactic cape and a galactic weapon, your armor doesn't look very universal galactic. However, I'm going to give a reasonable score there. Creativity. Many of these parts are reasonably well often seen, but not so often seen that I will deduct major points on that. Do I like it? I like it pretty well. And my gut says to give you a 70 here. Starlord 116, I am very sorry. That does not follow the guidelines. Please read the guidelines. I know it's a bit wordy. I know it's like a school assignment or some piece of junk like that, but please read the guidelines because it makes my life easier if you are doing what I prefer that you do. Here we have Warriok. Whew. Very, very excellently done flow. I'm quite impressed. Very, very well done. The colors, if only that cape was just the slightest shade closer. Slightest, it is so close. I'll give you 90 regardless. Creativity, I have not seen any of this before. I can't give you any less than 90. And I have to say I like it very much as well. And the gut gives you a 75 here. Please follow the rules, my friend. Read the guidelines. Who cares? Indeed, who cares, Skylar? Yeah. Very close, Nathan. Very, very close there. And here we have Eternal Inversionist. Why did I even say that? That means nothing for the purpose of character majoring. So here, the flow. We have a caster with swords. A little funky. Not a major deal. The colors, I have to say the swords are just way off. They're way, way off. But aside from that, the rest of the armor is pretty solidly done, and the swords the sword does match the pet. Usually I won't take the pet in command, but yes. I'm sorry, I try not to because I must follow my own rules. If I make exceptions for everybody, then everyone will start doing what they want instead of what I want. So, sorry about that. Post a picture of me on Twitter. I'm sure you can find a picture of me. Just search on my character page. As for creativity, I'll give it high creativity. It is very well done. Very, very well done for that in that category. Do I like it? Reasonably so. Not epically. And the gut will say the same. Tiny Pick. I feel like I shouldn't like Tiny Pick either, but... I see. Nice childhood mistake you had there. You know, I really don't like this stuff on the side. So from here on out, I'm going to add Tiny Pick the list of stuff that we don't want to see. I don't know where that document is. So, Tiny Pick is... I do not want to see any more Tiny Pick because just look at all this stuff on the side. I'm going to rate these ones that are currently in the form, but beyond that... There we go. I don't hate it that much as the other one, so I'm not going to give it a major downgrade. Anyhow, here, we're going to say that the flow of this armor is pretty well done. I'm going to give it an 85. Colors are also quite excellent, although the gold of the sword doesn't quite match the red of the armor, but it's close, it's close. Creativity, well done, well done. I have not seen anything of its ilk. Immigrant does not work? I don't know. And do I play PS4? No. Alright. Good night, Fight Night. Have a wonderful night. I very much like it. I very like it. 87. Not 887. I'll give it that. And the gut gives it 75. So, okay, that might be too much high rated, Mikey. Considering its imperfections in other cases. Alright, here we go. Got another tiny pick one. Void High Lord. Double agent. Got my Rogentiums? No. Sad face. Hello, Gyro Plays. Welcome. It is Lil Veyr. The flow of this one is pretty solid, I have to say. The Doomblade is a little bit off because the Darkcaster is, you know, a caster type class. And then we have a brute force fighter type weapon, so that's a little bit funky. I don't know if you have the highest total. Let me check. I don't know. Whoever has this 8.6 is the highest currently. The other 8.6. Oh, it is you, Nathan. There might be... I don't think there's anything above 8.6 overall. 8.6 may be the highest currently. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to give it... The flow is very close to perfect, but it's not. The colors... I mean, can't really go that wrong with Legion, although I feel like the stuff in the back is really shaded, dark shaded, whereas the weapon is not really shaded at all, so it's kind of off in that format. Creativity, I'm going to rate it high. Very nice and creative. That's the way I like it. And I'm going to like this armor as well, and the gut gives it a 70. Next up, yeah, this one. What do I think is the strongest class? It's Rod HD. Submit a form, please, my friend. Submit stuff in the form, down the form below. I'm not going to search up individual character pages. Alright, the flow of this armor, pretty well done. Kind of a triangular shape. Solid, not amazing, solid. The colors, I have to say, the Neko doesn't fit at all. I'm going to not give it a high. However, I've not seen these other armors before, so I can't give it a low rating on this either. But I have seen the helm and the cape quite often. Also, unarmed isn't a really high marker creativity. So it's not low creativity, but it's kind of not as high as I've been giving others. Do I like it? Sure, some level, some level. The gut gives a 70. Maybe a 65. Gut changed its mind. Alright, here we go, config. And wow, that is really nice. I feel like I've seen it already, but sure. The flow is quite excellent. Very much quite excellent, although it's a little bit funky that the second blood letter is behind the cape. Sure, sure. I'm not going to take down too much for that one because it's pretty excellent. The colors, it's pretty solid, though I have to say it's a little bit too dark here. If the head was a little bit grayish, yeah. It's a little bit off. Creativity. Well, evolved blood letters, evolved blood, and evolved shadow. I know they're from different areas, even though blood and blood letters are supposed to go together. But it's not perfect, you know? Alright, I'm going to delete that one. Whoever made this one. That's another one. Do not be racist, or I will ban you. Here we have another, in terms of creativity, I'm going to give this one a solid 85. Very well done creativity. And I also very much like it as well. And the guts tells me to go with the 75 in this section. Alright. I probably should have just XL'd the rows, so... So you see, there's a reason why I wanted to have email. If you guys keep messing around and putting stuff that is irrelevant in this chat, I will start collecting your email again. I don't want to do it, but I will. And when I have your email, I can find you. Watch out. You can't screenshot, Star-Lord? See, the problem is if I start making exceptions, then everyone's going to start making exceptions. Alright. Whoever just did that, you are banned. I will change the form right this very now if I get even one more, and I will start collecting your emails again. I'm not joking. I don't want to collect your emails. I don't want to have your emails. But if you guys are going to mess around, I will collect them so I can find you. The sword is only behind the wings in the character page. Well, I didn't dome you too hard on that one, so... Fine, 87 here. It didn't really change the final score at all. The problem is if I do just you, I have a problem. If I do just you, then everyone else will request that special treatment. Alright, let's continue. I can't be looking at character pages. Also, I don't even know how that winds up a non-link. Oh, I know, because you put spaces. It's supposed to be %. There should be a %20 there. Up, I derped it. Lol. Alright. Let's take a look at this one. Please don't be another duck. I'm getting a little sick of ducks. You can try fixing up your cape's color and stuff. And yes, I had a feeling it would be another duck. It's funny. It's worth a laugh, though. It's worth a laugh. I had a feeling it would be another duck. Alright, something new. Oh, what is this? Lol, you're gay. Wow. That's... Please don't do this, Plasma Light. You don't need to do this. I'll rate your armor as per usual, though, regardless. The flow, I'd say, it's pretty solid. Give it a 75 here. The colors, it's well done in colors, I have to say. Interesting that you chose to match a Dage armor with Nulgath weaponry, and somehow it still matches, thanks to that cape you put on. I really like how you've made it match, even though it doesn't actually perfectly match the colors. So that is very, very well done. Creativity, very solid as well in this marks. Do I like it? I like it pretty solidly as well here. Alright. Thank you for being sorry, whoever is sorry. Alright, so we have another one here. Wow, that is very interesting. Okay, Plasma Light, okay. But yes. Monster for cubes, efficiency. Alright. Here we have pretty excellent flow. Admittedly, care up to unlock. Subtract from that flow a little bit, but I'll give it an 80 on that behalf. The colors are virtually perfect. The colors are very excellent. In fact, even though that gold doesn't actually match, the gold kind of laces the class. It's just really kind of like kind of thing. So it's pretty awesome. I really like that gold. I really like the color of the hair too. That's a very, very excellent color. I have to say, I think I'm going to give absolute top notches for this color. I can't find anything wrong with this color because it's just, you see, kind of off colors are fine, but off colors are fine if they add to the armor instead of distract from the armor. Which, in this case, that off-color gold really added to the armor. Alright. And as for creativity, I have not seen any of these things in quite a while. I don't know why people don't try to use the Queen's Crown and King's Crown more often here, because they are really, really wonderful things. So, I'm going to have to give top marks here too, and I very much like this armor. I very much like it. I can't say no. So yes, wow, our first above 9. That is incredible. Very well done. What is... I clicked on the button. That's another tiny pick. That's okay. Please don't submit any more tiny picks after this. Going fully invisible is cool, but it shows no creativity, no flow, no colors. I don't really like it that much, and my gut says otherwise as well. So, going full invisible is cool and all, but it's not very particularly amazing. Brett? Alright, fine, I'll get you, Brett. Maybe. I know a lot of people are on mobile, but you don't have to do it right now because I'll probably do it again in a different stream or something. So I think that's probably a better idea. The stream won't load for you again, Seal? That's a little bit strange. Alright, this one. Alright, here we have a really, really beautiful flow. Really excellently done. The colors are really pretty as well. I very much like this one here. Creativity, I can give it very high marks. Admittedly, the Chronomancer, Chrono Hood, Temporal Blade. Kind of iffy there, but pretty high marks as well. I do like the armor. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And as for the gut says finished off at a 70. See, Starlord, you don't have to submit yours now. You can submit yours later, and then I'll probably check it out in a later stream or video, because that's what I'll do for future things, future reference. Here we have a beautiful Void Fangs of Nulgath and Vampire, etc. We just saw a Vampire, though, and the Void Fangs of Nulgath. So the flow? Can't say there's much fun with flow. The Void Fangs of Nulgath are a bit off color, but I think it also adds a little bit, so it's not terrible. However, for creativity, I've seen Void Fangs of Nulgath a lot, and all the Vampirate stuff just kind of is... I can't give high marks for creativity here, although nice Moglin, nice Moglin. I like it. Reasonably so, not incredibly so. And the gut says to polish it off with that. Alright. Are you a creative person? I don't know if you are, Stefan, but your armor was sure very creative. And yes, you can submit yours later, Chaotically Evil. I will check it out in a different stream or video. Who cares, who cares, who cares, who cares? It will be on stream, Starlord. It just won't be on this one. Alright. Maybe we'll go back and revisit some of these later after no one else puts their stuff in. So I will go back and revisit those, so... if there are no more legitimately well done ones here. Alright. Okay, now that's pretty good. Here we have some pretty interesting things. Now, I'm going to basically just copy this other previous one here. And the only improvement here is really the colors, which I would say is virtually perfect. So... Alright. Sure, but that's not actually a link. Didn't break 9? Close. I couldn't update any other of your scores because it's literally the same armor. So, alright, here, what is this? I'm not a communist. Okay, you are not a communist. Alright, is this armor that I very much... I just realized that wasn't a pet. That's a cape? Oh my goddess, that is awesome. Alright. I can't fault any of the flow here. It is very well flowing. 95 here. The colors... the Bright Paragon doesn't match, but I'm going to ignore the Bright Paragon for this case. I'm not even playing AQ Worlds. I don't feel like playing AQ Worlds today. I feel betrayed by them. Just really betrayed. Oh! This is an AQ Worlds character page? Okay. Oh well, looks like I'll have to go back. But it's the last one anyway, so... creativity. Admittedly, the armor isn't too creative, but the choice of pet is. Not the pet, the cape. So I'm going to give creativity a block of 70 here. And I can't help but be biased because I very much like this armor. And we'll end it on a note of 65. Alright, let's go and check all the other ones that I missed now, since I'm on this anyway. So we'll start with... that was the one that I... was not approved of, so we'll start with this one. And we'll slowly work our way down the list. Alright, sounds good. I feel betrayed by what they did for release yesterday. Alright, here we go. Let's begin. So the flow here, I'd say the flow is pretty nice. I'll give it a solid 75 here. The colors, a bit off. You know, pretty off actually, I'd have to say. 65 here. Creativity, I've never seen that cape. And I've never seen that armor. However, the helm and that helm and those weapons, I see a lot. So it's kind of clash smack in the middle. So I'm going to give it a 75. I'm just going to be on a generous side here today. I pretty like it a lot. Not perfectly, but thank you. The gut states that I should probably polish it off with a 75. Alright. Star-Lord, you are up next. Because I'm starting to go and do all the things that I couldn't have done earlier. Alright, wow. That is... Wow, wow, wow. That's very, very excellently done. Beautifully done. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Very, very well done. Very well done. 95 in this category. The colors, I don't know how all these random items just happen to match perfectly. These colors are just excellent, except for that pet. That pet's funky, but sure. Creativity, Acrylot's Oblivion Blade and a Floating Fiend Cape are pretty unique. And Infernal Dark Lord, Horror and Infernal Helm, yes, sure, that's not unique, but it's definitely something that's of interest. It's close in here, but in that category, it's not epic. I like it quite a solid bit, and the gut says to polish it off at 60, no, a 75. Hit the wrong button there. Alright, here, Mel Littlefield, we'll get you next. Alright, so... Alright, General Dudley, we will catch you all another time. So here, we have this, which I will say... Well, it's just what... It looks like exactly what I reviewed earlier, except the only difference is that there are slightly different capes. The flow is actually worsened by that. For that reason, the colors are just pretty darn off here. I'll give you props for creativity. You try to match it together a bunch of things, so I'm gonna give you props here. Do I like it? Unfortunately, it's not quite the thing I'm looking for. And the gut says polished off at 65 here. Did I do this? I did Zoom God. Jaden Slayers, that was the duck, right? That was the duck. And that one... I don't even know what you were doing here. But yeah, beat optimal if you didn't do stuff like that. Alright, the flow on these. Okay. The flow on this is a little funky. I'm just going to say it's a little funky with that sword sticking way out from that thing back, way in the back, and in the center just kind of a little flat. So flow, I'm going to give it 55. It's kind of off. The colors aren't really quite on point either. Creativity, I'll give you props for creativity. I haven't seen most of these except for Burning Blade and Blood Ninja. I see those a lot. Do I like it? Somewhat. Not a lot. And the gut says the polished off at 65, as the gut often says. Alright. And here we have, well... Nice boombox. Nice boombox. I'll give you a 75 in creativity. I'll give you a 55 because I like the boombox, and the gut says to polish it off at a 50. But yeah. Alright, here we have this next. We'll get... So you can see, I'm just going down the list. Alright. So to flow this, it's pretty solid. It's not bad, not great. Solid overall. The colors, pretty good. I'll give you an 80 on that. Creativity, unfortunately, I feel like I see everybody use that Doomflame, and if you match Doomflame with basically any red armor, it looks the same. Crick, crack, crick, crack. So I can't give you a high score on that one, and I don't particularly like this type of armor style either, especially with that very common looking thing. It feels very common. I see this a lot. That one. Alright, Zinkins. It'd be wonderful if you gave a screenshot. You know why I like a screenshot? The reason for a screenshot is because you can change your armor and it'll reflect on your character page. But when you have a screenshot, The screenshot is always there and can always be looked at. So here's our flow. The flow of this is pretty good until we get to the wings. It is a little funky there. 80 here. Colors, very well done, of course. Until you get to the wings, a little bit funky as well. So another 80 here. On creativity, I'm going to give this one high marks. I'm going to give a solid 90. I've seen some of these things before, but not in this particular similar combination. Oh, congratulations, Nathan. Wonderful. Don't you just hate farming tainted gems and stuff? Do I like it? I very much like it. Props for that. And the gut says to polish off of that. Alright, there we go. A good link. I like a good link. Good link makes me happy. Oh, I just did that, didn't I? Alright, let's just copy down. Alright. Here we have good old General Deadly. And again, with the same with that red Doom Flame, the golden Doom Flame also doesn't... It just feels too common. It hurts my soul inside. It hurts my soul inside. Goodbye, Munib. Have a wonderful time. Have a good day. Who cares, who cares, who cares? Yep, Skylar, you got that right. Who cares? Alright, and as for this, we're going to begin off with the usual flow. Flow is not bad. 85 here. The colors are also not bad at all. I give a solid 80 here. But here's where it starts dropping. It's just kind of basic Dragon Shinobi with golden flame that I see infinitely often. So here I can't give very high points, although it is in a combination I don't often see. Give you that, that's why it wasn't lower. So here, do I like it? Reasonably so, not epically, and the gut polish it off like this. Please stop doing this, Zoom God. Don't waste my time. Alright, and here we have Doomclaw, which is, what does this say? I'm your secret admirer or something? That's what I thought. Heh. Nicely done, Brett. How can I rate yours? I can rate yours if you fill in the form down in the description below. There's also some guidelines. Please read the guidelines and please follow them, because I will not be happy. Actually, I know. Every time somebody doesn't read the guidelines, you're going to get a 0 in one of these categories, because that's what I feel like doing, or something like that. So, that's going to be Veyr's evil bias type of thing. Alright, here's the flow. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Gonna give it an 80 on flow right here. Here, the colors, I think the colors just barely match at all. It's really off here. Creativity, I'll give you props on creativity, my friend. It is well done in terms of creativity. Do I like it? I actually like it quite a bit, because I do like that sword. That sword is beautiful. Very well done. Omni-Knight Blade 2014. Perfectly done. And we'll end on that note. Ultra, please fill in the form. Oh, what is this? Okay, I think we did that one earlier. So we have this new one right up here. So we're going to take a peek at this one, and before I get a headache from just talking too long, I got to drink some water. Flow is well defined. The colors, pretty close, although that Pain Saw of Eidolon, not that close on that one. But on the rest of it, it's pretty well done. Creativity, never seen it before. Props on you for that. I like it. I like it quite well. And the gut tells me to finish it off like that. Why does AQ World suck? Did you play the release they had yesterday, Conde? That doesn't even count as release, honestly. It was incredibly bad. They literally just took existing items, not even rares, didn't even bother recoloring them or anything, and stuffed them back in the game and called them new. No. Just no. I felt so betrayed, so just backstabbed yesterday that I don't even want to play AQ Worlds today. Alright, here, I have not seen these before. However, I see one of these things right here. All three of these are from the same thing. So, Alright, how's the flow? I think that Naginata doesn't work well with the flow of the armor. Colors are well done. I give you props on colors. But the creativity, I can't give you very high props on that. Maybe even 22 here, because that's just an existing set. I don't like it too much. But the gut says I'll just bring your rating up a little bit because the gut feels bad. Ha! Close, Santi, but you missed it. Chicken strips. Alright, I'm going to copy the same one I had earlier for you. It is funny, but it is a resubmission, so I'm just going to copy that. Ah! My useless. Stupid spreadsheet. Alright. Didn't I just see this just like moments ago? Virtually this exact same thing right here. Alright. For the flow here. I'm going to give it pretty solid flow. Not epic, not terrible. Color's a little funky. The Burning Blade is too red. Too red. Gotta tank that a little bit. Creativity is where I can't give you much props. Burning Blade I see a lot. Nation Soul Stealer into Soul Stealer. Anything Soul Stealer is just like, ouch. Really. Ouch, I have to say. I can't give you very high creativity on that one. I like it alright. And it gets this polished off with that. Alright, again, so for anybody not submitting, you're going to get a 0 in gut. Anybody submitting inaccordingly to the form, feel free to resubmit if you do not. So the flow here, very well done. I very like this, actually. I'm going to give it a 95 here. Colors are solid 95. And somehow you made the Arcane Darkcaster locks look really good, and for that, I have to give you props on creativity. This is brilliant. I really wish I didn't have to get you that 0 because of the incorrect formatting. You should have submitted an image link and not your character page. I really don't want to give you that 0, but I'm going to have to. And I just have to say, it's very well done. Just submit it incorrectly. Alright, another incorrect submission here. So this is what I'm going to do from now on. Fill out the form incorrectly, you get a 0 in gut, hands down. Non-recoverable. Actually, I think, yeah, that's fine. Alright, here on we have... Oh, I just clicked on that. The flow. Not amazing, not terrible, 65 here. The colors... Can't give a high score on that. It's just all mismatched and kind of thrown together. I'll tell you, I've not seen it before. It's creative. Do I like it? Reasonable amount? Not incredibly, because it just doesn't match at all. Alright, there we go. Correctly formatted submissions. Wow! Nice! Very well done, Kate. Very big and grand. Alright. Glad you were Glad I got you a nice high rating, Harry. I'm sure you enjoyed. Alright. So here, Warrior Stark. An idea that is on a set that's 11 out of 10. I don't know. Honestly, I can't think of one that's 11 out of 10. It has to be something that just slams, hits me over the head, and kicks me off the chair. Or something like that. Yeah, I know. I heard people soul avoid Binky with Void Highlord. Not soul avoid Highlord with Binky. But yeah, that's pretty incredible, Stefan. I fully agree. That is incredible. Alright, the flow of this is brilliant. Top notch. Excellent. Colors. That cape is just the slightest bit off, but it has so much grandeur, so much impact. That's what I'm going to give for that. Creativity. Very creative. I've not seen these things before hanging around. Also, high props for that. I very much like it. A 90% of that. And the gut tells me to polish it off with a solid 85, so for really, really excellent rating here. I'm really glad with this one. Really happy with this one. Alright, here, I'm going to give the flow. It's pretty flowy. It flows relatively well. Can't argue with a pre-built set for flow. For colors are fine. No issues here. Creativity, though, it's virtually the pre-made set with a Shinobi sword back. I can't give you much props on creativity here. And it doesn't really suit my tastes. I'm biased. That's why it's only 10% here. The gut tells me I'll probably end up with a 60. How do you copy paste the screenshot into the sheet? Basically, what you do is you take your screenshot and then upload it to Imgur, for example. So, isn't this virtually the same set we saw earlier? The flow, that sword does not work. Right here, I'm going to tell you that sword is just off. The flow is just really strange here. Colors are fine. You can't argue with Legion sets. I feel like I see this every day. Or something similar to this every day. So I like it somewhat, not epically. I'll give you a 60 here, and the gut says to polish off at 55. Alright. And this one, for unfollowing the rules, gets a 0 in gut. Alright. Here we began with the flow. The flow is not terrible. It's pretty solid. Just pretty excellently done here. I'm going to give you an 80. Thanks. I like my set a reasonable amount, not epically. Wait. Okay, let me... Oops. I totally wasn't paying attention. I meant 70. Here we have our colors. That Null Gas Redemption Blades colors are just so far off from the actual armor. Can't give too much props here. Creativity, I'm going to give you props for creativity. Very, very creative. Something I don't see every day. Do I like it? Reasonably so. Not epically so. Get a 65 here. I see that, Conde. I can see that. Who cares, who cares, who cares? Indeed, Skylar, indeed. Alright, here we go. We have a flow. Whew. Those Zealoth Reavers don't match. I'm just going to become that. They're pretty good, but they don't match in terms of the flow. As for colors, though, I'll give you props for colors, and for creativities, I haven't seen many of these in a very, very long time. In fact, I may not have ever seen any of these things in review as far as I can recall. So for creativity, I'm going to give you props there. I like, the problem is, because those Reavers are a little bit funky, I can't give a really high one on that, and the gut says to finish off with 65. So yes, very creative, I'll give you that. Here we go. Alright, that weapon again, I see that basically every day. Flow, pretty flowy. Even the armor is perfectly matched with the cape. It is really well done in terms of that place. I'm going to give it an 85 both colors and flow. Maybe 80 because that weapon does not match at all. It's rare, it's awesome. And I'm going to have to start down ticking because I see that weapon every day. Virtually every day. However, for creativity, I'm going to give it a 75 because that weapon I see very often. Do I like the armor? I like the armor. It's pretty good as well. And the gun will end it with... I'll only give it a 70. $33 was breaking the rules? Oh, it's breaking the rules. I don't know. I don't know. Right here. Whoa! I feel like I saw this before, but that's okay. The flow... I mean, the flow is just completely off, but the colors are pretty excellent. I have to give you props for creativity. I have to give you props there. That's very well done. It makes me laugh, so I'm going to give it a good score in those two categories, though it isn't quite an excellent armor, regardless. Upload to what? Imgur, or some other photo sharing website. Or Gyazo. Gyazo seems to be really popular these days. Alright, here we have the flow. It's funky. I'm just going to start off with the flow. It's quite funky, but the colors... See, for this one, the colors feel like they're supposed to be all off. So this one's, I'm not going to be, you know... I feel like this is just kind of just super... you know, it's got a little certain flair to it, just because it's, even though nothing matches, it kind of feels intentional that it has that kind of flair. Flow is Conde. LOL. Conde. Flow is basically, in essence, how well the armor melds together. Say, for example, you give Legion Titan a really dippy default sword or something. That is going to give you low props on Flow, because a Legion Titan should have a titanic weapon like a Collab Bolt. Now, that will give you really big dunk in creativity, though, because Legion Titan and Collab Bolt kind of just... everyone does that. Alright, so creativity. I can't fault you for your creativity. It is well done. It's funky, though. It's very funky. It's very funky. There's no wow factor to it. Alright. Here we have Demi. And we will say the flow of this armor is pretty solid, although there's a little bit too many swords. I have to say that. Too many swords. Yeah, I agree. Legion Titan's kind of ugly and overrated. Don't give me a Legion Titan. It's gonna waste both of our times. All of our times, really. So the flow, I'm going to give 75 on this one. Pretty good flow. Oh my god. Am I coming down with a fever? I feel like I have a fever. That might not be so great. If I don't stream for the next 3 days or something, you'll know what happened to me. Colors, very well done. Very well done. I'm very pleased with the colors in this one. And the creativity... Sure, I can't give supreme props, but I'll give a reasonable number of props on this one. Here we have the Veyr likey score, and Veyr does like it to a reasonable extent. And we'll end with that, because that's what the gut states. Alright, and here on out, we unfortunately cannot give any points on guts because the person did not follow our directions, Artix. Please don't waste my time. So here, I'm going to say the flow of this one is... yeah, there's not a lot of massive armors that look good anyway. This is why I don't like... you know, I wouldn't give you much points of their liking on those things. But that was just an example of Legion Titan, Collab Boy, etc., right? So flow on this. Sure. Sure is what I will say. It's not bad. It's not bad. The colors, overall well done. The Dread Knight Cleaver's a little bit off. I'll take a couple points on that one. Creativity. Sure. I'll give you props on that one. It's not bad. Do I like it? Not really. It's not something that matches my style particularly. Ooh, interesting. Very interesting. The flow of this hero. Are you actually hero, though? Here's my question. Hello, Bakes Bacon. If you would like to view your character page, please fill out the form below, and also don't forget to read the guidelines. Or you will get a 0 in one of the categories. Here, I'm going to pretend that this is your account. I don't think it is, but I'm going to pretend it is. The flow, I mean, you don't really want a caster thing with this. Not great here. Colors, again, not great. Not really that amazing. I'll give it 55. Here, creativity, I don't feel it's creative at all. It's just a helm with a, you know, armor, right? There's not much creativity to be given here. I like the sword, so I'm just going to give you props on the sword for that reason alone. But my gut tells me that I should not give a high score to this one. Do I like navels? Reasonably so, not extremely so. A 0 on gut? I give everybody a 0 on gut if you do not submit in the right format. For example, if you submit an AQ World's character page, you automatically get a 0 on gut. No questions asked. I'm sorry, but that's going to be it. Because I can't give you points if you don't follow my formatting. Previously, I did not even bother rating, so you should actually be grateful that I even bothered rating your incorrectly formatted things. Alright, here. So here, the flow, that blade is too big. I'm just gonna say that blade is too big. Does not match the flow of the armor. Colors, not badly done. Sure, not terrible. Not excellent either. 65 here. Creativity, I'll give it that. I honestly haven't seen anything similar to this. So I'm going to give you props on that one. Do I like it? Not my style. The guy tells me I'm at 65 here. Do I have pets? I do have pets. I have a pet cactus that died. Because it got overwatered by my sister while I was on a school trip. Alright, here. Alright. So we have a kind of, you know, futuristic looking armor with futuristic looking weapons. So this is where I gave you props on flow. Flow is very well done here. Colors imperfect, but not too far off either. Creativity, I'm not seeing these. Although Sub-Zero Berserker and Sub-Zero Frostcave kind of ouch, ouch, ouch on your creativity. So I'll give you a 70 there. I like it. I like it well. And I'll end with a 70 on gut. Baking on all that do not read. Yeah, read. Read, my friends. Read the guidelines. If you read the guidelines, you will not get zeros in gut. I'm just going to say, if you read the guidelines, you will not get a 0 in gut. Alright, here. The flow of this armor. That sword is too big. Far too big. Far, 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 far too big. Can't even give a 70 on that for that reason. Colors? Not terrible. Not matching either. I'll give a 70 on that. Creativity? Sure. I really think this is quite creative, except for Colonel Naval Commander, Colonel Tarpat. Like, okay, fine. But yeah, it is really creative. Do I like it? To a reasonable extent. Not to an extreme extent. And my gut says to finish it off with a... Baked bacon. It should be 2 times per video, please. That would be preferable. Alright, here I'm going to give you, for flow, kind of... that Void Avenger scythe really doesn't match the flow. The flow in there is kind of funky. I'll give it a 70 here, though. Colors? With the exception of that scythe, the colors are quite excellent. Here's where I can't give you high points, because you basically just used an Akir set. So I can't give you high points on creativity for that reason. Akir is also not my preference, so I can't give an incredible amount here, but the gun will try to bring you back up, because the gun feels like... Yeah. I don't edit the guide too much, but yeah. That sounds like a good idea, Conde, actually. Ooh, Dual Blinding Light of Destiny. Alright, this is Dual Blinding Light of Destiny actually flows pretty well with this armor. 85 for that. But their colors are pretty terrible. The colors are pretty bad here. The Blinding Light of Destiny is just so much blindinger than the armor. For that reason, I can't give a high as a score as I wish. But I'll give you on that. I'll give you full points on creativity. I've not seen any of these things before except for Blinding Light of Destiny, but, you know. I'm going to give you full props on creativity for that reason. I mean, it just seems like the right thing to do. I like this armor a reasonable amount, and the gut says to finish it off with another reasonable count. Alright, yes, I agree. It is difficult to find a set for that scythe. The highest point's at 8.9. No, there's actually a higher one right here. The highest point is right now at 9.1. Are you going to ever see a 10? It's not impossible. However, it's also not incredibly likely. Because I'm supremely biased and I'm not likely to give out 10s. This one was very, very well done. I forget which one it was, but I gave 8. Overall 9.1. Yes, okay. I may be very biased on that one. Alright, here's a couple more while I was just peeking around. Alright. For the flow, I give you props on the flow. Props on the colors as well. Creativity, ouch. Because that's literally an existing set. You know, I'm going to even downgrade that ouch to the bigger ouch. Do I like the set? Reasonably so, not incredibly so. The gut tells me to finish it off as such. Am I biased on pirate captains? I do like pirate captains. That's true. I am biased and I do have different tastes. I mean, there's even a column that states whether I like it or not, so... and my gut also is somewhat based. The gut is, you know, just a separate entity, really. Alright. That's not you, is it, Conde? It really isn't you. But I'll rate it anyway, because... you're being bad, but I'll rate you anyway. Flow on this one. Alright. Not great, not great, not bad. The colors, it's pretty far off, Creativity, I'll give it that. It's pretty creative. Haven't seen most of this stuff around, so 75 on that. Do I like it? Not really. 50 here, and the gut tells me I'm with the 45. Turn into female and make everything purple. That may not necessarily work, but whoa! Nice cake! Man! Wow, that blazing cake, that just gives me really high props and flow. Just brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. The colors are not quite perfectly there, but they're so close. Creativity, absolutely brilliant. I can't dome you anything on creativity. Who puts a cake for their head? Are there 2 Veyrs? Yeah. I am aware that Sasuke is the AQ World's mod. Conde, you are bad. You are very bad. Do I like it? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That is pretty awesome. It is pretty awesome here. Another 9.1. Wow, our second 9.1, my friends. And this one's not even a female one, so you know this one was pretty good in my thoughts. Just wow, it made me go wow. Mods don't make me go wow. Mods are not that incredible to me. They have to be good. Here we have the flow of the armor. I have to say that sword doesn't match the armor. It's a little bit off. Ouch. Colors? Pretty well done. Pretty well done. Props on colors. Creativity? I give you a very high score on creativity as well. Very well done. I like it a reasonable amount. And the gut says to polish off at a 70. Mods don't get a 10-10, you know? Just for being a mods. Alright, here we have... Alright, here we go. Flow. A little bit funky with that spear. The spear doesn't really match the flow of the armor. The armor's kind of bulky. Spears tend to go better with less bulky armors. In my thoughts. But I'll give you a 65 on that point. Colors, it is great until you get to the spear. Creativity. It's pretty creative, I have to say. I haven't seen most of these at all, so... Creativity, top notch. Pretty top notch. Very likey. Reasonable amounts, not epically. And the gut says polished off a 65, as the gut often states. Can we actually just do what I want you to do, you stupid spreadsheet thing? Alright. Nice duck. Nice duck. Why is that sticking out? That's incredibly irritating. Cut off. Thank you. Okay, on the flow, sure. Well done, flow. 80 here. Colors. A little bit funky on the sword, a little bit funky on the skull. Fine. No big deal. Here's where creativity tanks. Back in my day, I saw undead assassin swords every day. And black J5 pretty often as well, so I can't give a very high score on creativity here. Do I like it? A reasonable amount, not incredibly so. And my gut says that on a 65, as my gut often does say. What weapon would match Madara Uchi Clan's set? I don't know. Mods can break the rules. They can break the rules a little bit, but after a certain point they get demodded. True fact. And I can actually mute mods, which is actually funny. Lol. Alright, here. The flow. I'd say the flow is very well done here. Very well done. Colors are a bit off. I mean, you can see this kind of ethereal blue of the hair, plus that dark blue of the cape, plus that teal of the bear and the pants, kind of... It doesn't really match. It's a little bit of a mishmash here. Creativity. Props on creativity. Well done. Well done. As for what I like it a reasonable amount. Could be better. Could be worse. I really like how you use the Icy Cryomancer locks. because those are actually pretty tough to use, I will give you that. And the gut wants to end it on a 70 as well. I probably have checked it quite a while ago, Trum, and welcome. Welcome indeed. Alright. Why does this keep popping up? I told it to cut the thing. Oh, it's a print screen? I hate print screen. I'm just gonna give it 0 because I hate print screen. You didn't follow the directions at all. I really hate print screen. Do not follow the directions. You get bad score. Did I not just see this? I really feel like I just saw this. I'm gonna give it 0 because I don't know which one it was. Not General Deadly? I guess that's not General Deadly then. Face real at 500 subs? Nope. Alright, here we go. We have a flow, reasonable, not epic, but reasonable. Colors, guess it's fine. Not epic. Creativity, sure, I'll give you props on creativity. Very well done in creativity, because I've not seen these before. Though it could be, matched a little better. Do I like it? Not much at all, and the gut tells me not on 65, as the gut often does. I think I already did yours, Trum. It's somewhere way, way, way up here. Here it is. Number 45 here. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is filling in funny. I see. I'll have to go and fix that. I'll go and fix it right now. So let's see. There's no email addresses because I don't collect email addresses anymore. Here, I'm going to fill in this little issue we have here. Just say X. Oops, didn't want to do that. Oh, Red 123's character page. Submit another one and maybe I'll get there. Alright. Alright, I should start now pulling the thing I want it to pull. Is this one the one I was writing? Not General Deadly. Yes, I was writing this one. Thank you, Not General Deadly. I feel like this is the exact same thing as you did last time. Again, I give it... I don't exactly remember what it was, but I'm going to give a as similar point as possible for this case. Creativity. Sure, it's a little bit lower since I saw it last time. I like it somewhat, not epically. And I'll end on that note. Alright. I'm not playing today. I am not on your Yorumi server at all. Although it does say somewhere in the description I'm on your... I didn't just look at this, did I? Yeah, I did. I don't know which one that is, but... I mean, you guys just submitted the exact same thing. Ah! Bad spreadsheet, bad. Sync is on Arctics? Okay. Weapon isn't Dage's staff. That's true, the weapon isn't Dage's staff. But it is the exact same set as I saw a moment ago. The flow. Wow, this is just so strange. I mean, I don't know what to rate the flow except for an 85. The colors are funny, are very funny. Very funny. Creativity, props on creativity, my friend. Do I like it? Not much, but it is very funny. It is very funny, but yeah, props on creativity. Alright, after number 132, aka Sorry Veyr Red 123, I shall no longer be doing any more of these. I hope Dage's birthday is going to be pretty nice, because I've been pretty depressed about what they've been doing on Dage's birthday recently, and I'm writing character pages for an hour and a half again. Oh, go Veyr. Alright, so flow here. Flow is well done. Flow is well done. Colors, here's where I gotta say that cape doesn't match at all. That cape does not match whatsoever. That's a pretty big hit. Creativity, Naval Commander, unarmed, and cape. I feel like that's a recurring trend. Very likey. Contrary to my other ratings, I actually quite like this armor set for some reason. I do not know why. The gut tells me to finish off at a 70 because generosity. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. The only unfortunate thing is I actually have to click on something and paste it. It's a little bit of an irritant. Alright, here. Nice and purple. I very much like purple. The flow of this set is reasonably well done. Again, this is the last one. I'm sorry, Bob. I know you just submitted, but I'll get you next time because I want to go to bed. Also, I think I'm developing a headache and possibly a fever. I don't feel quite well. Colors. I gave you props on color. Not really. I'm just speaking aimlessly. I'll give you... I haven't seen this in a little while. I haven't seen anything like this for a little while. So I'll give you a reasonable score there. I don't really like it much. It's a little too dark. And the gut tells me to end on a 60. Alright. Bob and Ichigo. I am sorry, my friends. But I will not get you today. You'll be in the next one. That is very true. This is... Oh, it's a character page. I did not notice that. Oh, wait. Yeah, he didn't follow the rules, so that one gets 0. Sorry, I forgot that. Stomach cramp. Alright. Thanks for catching that. I was about to miss that. Thank you, thank you. I was about to miss that. Alright. I know you last two really want to go, Bob and Ichigo. I'm very sorry, but I must go. A full black. 0 flow, 100 in color, 0 creativity, 0 likey, maybe 5% gut. Bob and Ichigo, oh my goddess. Fine. Fine, you terrible people, I will do you. I will not do anything beyond this line. I've got to, so I'm gonna draw a line right here. This is where we stop for today. Bob and Ichigo, you are the last ones. Any submissions past Bob and Ichigo will be ignored. I just feel bad for you guys, so I'm going to do it. So, yes, thank you. I will have a very enjoyable sleep. Alright, Flo. We'll start with 75. I don't feel great right now, so please excuse me if I give you a bad score, because I don't feel wonderful at this moment. Colors, it's alright, not epic. 70 for you. A creativity, very creative. Props on creativity. I haven't seen many of these things in a while, although I have seen Master Stat a little bit. Very likey. I like it somewhat, not epically so, and I'll end on a 65 for you. And here we have Ichigo, who shall beat our last. Whoa! Ichigo Kurosaki. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is so well done. So, so well done. Creativity, full points on creativity. It's not my style, but I can't help but give you a solid score right here because I can't dome you for this because that is really well done. If it is a moderator, well, that's the moderator. All right. Take care, everybody. I shall be out. Alright, I will see you all another time. Have a wonderful day. I'll be out before I get eaten by my headache. That is it for tonight. Take care, my friendly friends. And I will all see you another time. See you all the next time.